Yo, I might check, and I had some technical difficulties, man. I was trying to edit my videos up 2 days ago, and I was like, all right, bro, I got all 5 of my videos ready to go, and I started sounding like a robot. You know what I'm saying? My shit was computer love, so shit. So I ain't like that. So now I gotta redo it. Um, I was trying to see if I could track my music on my YouTube, like to try to finesse my streams and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's hard to track them. For some reason, it's not letting me track them. And I'm going to figure it out, though. I think I'm going to try to. But I'll only put music on the background of my vocals or the background of my videos to, like, cut the background noise. So if it's background noise or it's loud or anything, my bros is telling me about that. I'm going to have that as, like, the buffer. So let's get to the nitty gritty, man. Let's fucking go. Days never stop, man. If you keep grinding, you work hard, at the end of your day, you should be so tired, bro. You just go to sleep. You work so fucking hard. That's how you should feel. That's how I feel. Alright. So first, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 5, Reign of Sorrows. The episode opens with the Rockbell house in the foreground. It looks like a beautiful painting. But I was wrong. I was like, nah, my bad. It's actually a flashback to the Elric's home. And Ed brings his mother a horsey that he transmuted out of metal. You know what I'm saying? Hey, mom, look, ugly. And then she thanks him and just shows how much those boys, they care about their mother. You know what I'm saying? They love their mother. She's like, oh, thank you, Ed. All this shit. You know what I mean? He's a little genius. And then it turns into a nightmare quick, right? So it goes from this bright field and he's talking to his mother in his garden to she becomes the, like, that failed human transmutation, that ugly, whatever the fuck that was. Turned into a gremlin looking thing. And so he starts tweaking. And then Ed, he looks over, he turns his shoulder, and it's Nina and Alex from the last episode. So they're chimeras now. They're one thing. They're forming this weird, and they start looking really weird to him, like real devilish. He's like, oh man, like it just shows how much that shit is eating him up. That he couldn't save that little girl. They couldn't do anything. They were just kind of stuck. Ed also, he feels powerless basically. So they report back to the Eastern Command, and the weather is pouring rain. It's raining like a bit, real rain of sorrows, it is. So let's see how this looks. So they encountered Riza. It looks like I'm reading it. I'm trying to get on my speech shit. I remember Mrs. J. Smith always said, you read the first 3 lines and then you look back, and then you read a line and you look back. You know what I'm saying? Real speech shit. I finished like 6 in the speech competition. And there was like 20 of us. I went crazy. The oratory contest, stupid ass contest. They encountered Riza Hawkeye and asked the fate of Shao and Nina, like what happened to them. Riza states that Shao was to be stripped of his title of State Alchemist and tried for his crime, but they're both dead. He shocked the boys. They was like, what? You know what I'm saying? She says they were murdered. You know what I'm saying? And then, because Ed and I was like, what happened to them? She was like, they were murdered. So they insist, they're like, yo, we want to see them. We want to see the scene. Like, what happened? We want to go. And in their insistence in their, you know what I mean, their want to see it, Riza's like, no, y'all can't see it because, you know, she said it's for their own good. She said it's for his own good. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Brief interruption. I'm gonna see if they give me something. Hey, nah. When I tell y'all, bro, this is the best job ever. I'm in the cut of my job. What? Doing what I want to do. What? They can't tell me nothing. What? Because I'm that nigga. What? If y'all don't know who that is, but that's that boy. It's fucking Stone Cold. Sorry. grew up on that nigga. I highly, if you love WWE, like wrestling shirts, join the wrestling t-shirt club, bro. I pay $20 a month and I get a shirt shipped to my house every month with some stickers, bro. Like, it's just fire. Like, it's a great subscription. Because then I don't even have to think about the swag I want to wear. Like, I could just, every month, WWE gonna send me a shirt. That shit is fire. And WWE shirts is hard, bro. Forever. Like, even the 80s shirts went crazy. All right, I'm sorry. We were at, she said, no, the boys can't see them. If you're not going to murder, you're not going to see that. It's for your own good. Then it snaps to Hughes, Armstrong, and their investigation. So they got Father Carnello still talking at Bull Drive. Okay, so it flashed to them real quick. It's talking about the investigation, and it kind of goes back because it's going to go back and forth, right? So it's like they got Father Carnello talking at Bull Drive. It was all a plot to separate and incite a brutal conflict in Lior, right? So 3 figures appear in like this mist, this smoke of all this crazy shit that's happening. It's gluttony, look, can I eat him lust, you know what I mean? The shorty, you know what I mean? Ugh. And then goddamn, and then a presumed dead Cornello. Cornello said, and it's a wild quote, and I love this quote. He said, a little misinformation, empty rhetoric spouted to the believers, and you have a fine recipe for instant violence. And it's kind of fucked up. I know I elaborated on the last time I spoke on it, but it's pretty much like a lot of that happens in our current society. That's why I love anime, because they know how to touch things that we all deal with, but like in a big, fucking fantastic type of way. But that's fact. So much misinformation is fed to people, and like then they aggravate the people that they fed the wrong information to. And it's usually like when you're misinformed, you're not gonna get misinformed about something that's small. Like people ain't gonna say, oh, the name of the fucking your shoelace is your lace shoe. Like, who gives a fuck? That's not misinformation. Misinformation is like big shit that can impact you and your generations after. So research, man. Don't let somebody tell you what to think. Look it up. You did. I mean, I guess it's kind of fucked up because you'd have to listen to me tell you to look it up. All right. Yeah, and then Lust was like, as Lior is burning, Lust states, bloodshed makes more bloodshed, hatred begets more hatred. You know what I mean? Showing her homunculus tattoo on her chin ass. She got one right there on her chin ass. Crazy little girl. Man, I saw a shorty at an anime convention dressed as Lust. Y'all making me realize, bro, I gotta go to anime convention, bro. I gotta go dressed as Inuyasha. Where the fuck is Kagome? The fuck, oh, dog. Y'all gotta be fucked up. Damn, bro. They be looking crap. I'm like, yo, when did nerdy girls get so fine? Because when I was younger, y'all used to clown me for being a nerd. The clown. Fuck out of here. I'm not even making noise. They like, what the fuck? They probably think I'm talking to myself. No, I'm trying to make this money. Oh, let me stop. I'm not nothing. Let me chill out. They gonna try to put me in a Rico. I ain't in it. I ain't in nothing, bro. Black karma to the death of me. Still, it's a music group, a collective. Okay. So after she shows off her tattoo, she also names the shapeshifter as Envy. So that's another homunculus. And there's a theme, you know, lust, gluttony, envy. You dig? They all, you're going to hear the rest of them. But the theme, obviously, is the 7 deadly sins, if you couldn't peep. Ooh, the homunculus versus the 7 deadly sins, like the anime motherfuckers. I think the homunculus would dog them. King Bradley by himself would dog them niggas. King Bradley solos them, low difficulty. She also... and then Buddy, like, so she shapeshifts. I'm getting lost. I'm sorry. Envy shapeshifts from Envy into himself. I always thought Envy was a girl when I was younger, but it's a boy. Then one of Cornello's followers comes up like, Father Cornello, what's going on here? And then Buddy, look, what's the name? This nigga, he going like this. He going like, get out of him, lust. I'm like, oh my god, this hungry ass nigga, man. So they let that nigga Gluttony get at his, you know what I'm saying? Finally, he got a meal, hungry ass. And then while he eating them, the 3 of them speak on Shao Tucker. They speak on Scar. Full Metal, and Mustang. And they called Ed a sacrifice for the first time. They say he's a much needed sacrifice. Whatever that fucking means. Oh shit. So Reza, it goes back to Reza, Mustang, Hughes, Armstrong, all discussing Scar and share intel, right? So they say he's unidentified and elusive. He's killed 5 people in Central, 10 nationwide, all state alchemists. He took down Braun, a brigadier general, and Hughes urges Roy, he's like, yo, you need to tighten up your security. You know what I'm saying? He wants state alchemists. You never know if he's gonna come for you. You don't know if there's any other alchemist. He's like, and then he asks him, he's like, is there any other alchemists that's local? Like, if they're close, he's coming for them. And then Mustang was like, oh shit. So I was thinking about the boys. He's like, yo, they out here, you know what I'm saying? And then it flashes back to the Elrics in the rain. And I said, look, I'm gonna call them 3 things. I'm gonna call them the boys, I'm gonna call them the Elrics and the Elric brothers, Ed and Al. I'm gonna call them those 4 things probably. So if I say those things, that's what I'm talking about. But niggas know who the boys is. The boys is back in town. Stupid ass. Boys are back in town. Yeah. Okay, and where's my anime babe? Kagome. Keiko. Who else? Kagome, Keiko. I'm trying to think of real loved ones. I'm not gonna say Sasuke and Sakura. That's trash. That's a trash ass love. It's trash. Okay, I need my Keiko. I need my Kagome. I know there's another one. I'm not. It's escaping me. It's another video. Anime waifus. I'm gonna just make an anime waifu video. Fuck it. Thank y'all. This shit relatively fun. I just be forgetting sometimes. I procrastinate so much. It makes things I like to do hard to do because it's like, but then you start doing it and it flows. All right, so they're talking. He took down the brigadier general. Roy thinks about the boys. Then they're in the rain talking about alchemy and what's right to do, right? And like how the powerless feeling, right? So the rain of sorrows represents the pain Ed feels of having alchemic skills and knowledge, but not being able to accept the flow that we adhere to, specifically death as an end to said cycle. That sounded crazy. I was on my like fucking paper type shit when I wrote that, but in essence, basically, Ed is struggling with mortality, like, and the fact that since they have alchemic powers, I think in his mind, he thinks he should be able to save everybody, and that's just unrealistic. And that's something that Reza kept telling them. Mustang told him last episode, like, if you're gonna get in a shell like this every time something bad happens, like, you're not gonna be able to fight like that. So like everybody's trying to iron in the point, like, yo, like, death happens, you know what I'm saying? But they're trying to make them realize it because they know that as alchemists, state alchemists, you might have to kill somebody eventually. That's what they keep preaching to them. But they staunch on their views. They're like, fuck no, we ain't killing. And I respect that. It's a goal of mine personally. I don't ever want to take a person's life. Man, woman, I don't want to take a human being's life. I don't think that's what makes us better than regular animals. We don't have to kill each other. We don't. Sometimes it happens, but I personally don't want to. Don't try my family though, because I'm not gonna think twice. Don't think because I don't want to, I won't. There's a difference. Yeah. I look good, man. I be looking at myself sometimes like, how was I not confident? Oh my God, look at you. That look at us. Oh, my nigga look rich as fuck. What? Okay, I'm a big ass nerd. Okay. It wasn't on. The screen was bugging out. Alright, so they're talking about having these skills, not being able to handle mortality. And then Al starts to describe his inability to feel without his body, and they have like rainfall off his suit like a tear. Like, I was like, bro, hey, y'all realize, bro, I got both good sides, bro. I got symmetry, bro. You gonna see me modeling and acting. Stop playing with them. And I got a show on the 30th. If you like hip hop music, you know what I'm saying? Pull up. Y'all see me everywhere. This is the beginning. This is the beginning of the beginning. Okay. Ooh, shit. But then Scar approaches, right? Bloodlusted as ever. He's in there. Bloodlusted as fuck. Like, calm down, nigga. Shit, it's Tuesday, nigga. Late, nigga. Nigga woke up bloodlusted. You know, nigga get morning wood. He got morning bloodlust. Something wrong with his ass, man. I fuck with Scar design. I might have to be Scar, I think, because Scar really be fitted up. I fuck with Scar. That little yellow jacket. I like that shit. Stop playing That's that shit. It's a top tier opening of all time, bro. I don't care. I got lost. What's your shit? Okay, so Scar bloodlusted. Ed was almost ready to die. He was just sitting there like, oh, he's about to kill me. Crazy boy. Then they try to run, but Scar is hot in pursuit, bro. He's on their ass. So, and he's ruining the alchemy with his like destructive alchemy and shit. So Ed doesn't understand his motives. They don't make enemies. Like, he's like, I don't beef with nobody. Like, I don't get why he's trying to kill us for real. They're running and dude explodes the alley. He explodes the alleyway. That's a crazy man. Like, you crazy, man. So then Ed asks, yo, who are you? And Scar responds, as long as there are creators like you in this world, there will also be destroyers. Like, this nigga always so... Nigga, I asked what your name was, kid. Shot a man, folk man, cuz. Goddamn, you obviously not my partner now. Golly, that nigga out his mind. But then, so Ed asks, who are you? And Scar responds, as long as the Elrics jump him. They jump his ass. But he put a fucking hole in Alphon, bro. He put a fucking hole in Alphon's chest. You bitch ass nigga just shot my brothers. Fuck out of here. Scar attacks, bro. Don't even affect Ed's auto mail. So Ed is ready to fight. You know what I mean? Al pleads for him to run away. Scar peeked how Ed transmutes. Like, no circle, just his hands and shit. He's like, oh, so I break that arm of yours. You ain't doing nothing there. But Scar scummy as hell. He walks up, break this little nigga arm easily, throws him to the side. Scar so scummy, he start walking up. He's like, I'll give you a moment to pray to God. I'm like, oh, who are you, bro? You are not the Undertaker, bro. That nigga is sick of it. I fuck with Scar though. He low key the Undertaker of this show. Low key. He crazy. He got at that hospital with crazy as shit. Stop playing with him. Man. So Scar shows honor because he promised Ed. Ed asked him, like, hey, man, if you kill me, you going to bother my brother? You going to leave my brother alone? And he was like, hey. He promises not to harm Al after he kills him. Mustang pulls up with Eastern Command ready to eat Scar's lunch. Yeah, they're on his ass. Scar calls alchemists blasphemers. And he proclaims himself punishment sent from God. He is godly vengeance. Holy Batman. That nigga think he Batman now, bro. I thought he's the Undertaker. Yo. He made him get on his knees, bro, and apologize. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. That's Yu Yu Hakusho. Pause. That's when Kuwabara had to apologize to Sakamoto because they had his cat hostage. Another episode. That's another episode. So yeah. It's Mustang versus Scar. It's about to rev up. But Mustang forgot it's raining. You know what I'm saying? So he goes up. The alchemy works like a lighter. That's how I put it there. Immensely powerful, but useless on rainy days. And so they go to fight him. They push Scar back. Armstrong almost gets nerfed by his bitch ass. But Armstrong was bodying his ass up. The strong arm alchemist was ready to fight. He punches debris to turn it into high-speed projectiles, which is pretty crazy, y'all. And like I like to think, I think I've said this in videos before, but I like to think of anime like I think the dopest anime is like when we can conceptualize that shit in real life. Like the out of this world or fucking galactic flying motherfucking animes is cool and all, but it gets to a point where they so overpowered that it's like who gives a fuck. But when it's dope, when it's like everybody's power is close, so it's like and it's just creative ass powers. That's why niggas love Hunter x Hunter. Like nobody was, I mean, there was overpowered motherfuckers on Hunter x Hunter, but they all had dope ass powers. I really like how this looks. Yeah, oh, like, yeah, I like that. But so they break down Scar's power, realizing he stops at the destruction middle phase of alchemy. And alchemy has three phases: is understanding, deconstruction, and reconstruction. So the first component Scar respects is Armstrong because of his mix of size, speed, strength, and alchemy. Hawkeye gets a shot in, and his glasses fall, showing the man has brown skin, red eyes. He is Ishvalan. He destroyed the foothold that, you know what I mean, basically the street fucking foothold. He destroyed the street he was standing on and made an escape path into the sewer, right? So Hughes shows up after the fighting and says, yo, yeah, they're like, where the fuck was you at, Hughes? Really Mustang. Like, where the fuck was you at, Hughes? He's like, bro, I'm not getting out a fight with you superhumans. That shit bad for my health. What the fuck, nigga? I'm old. The dirty ass hands over me. So he, you know what I'm saying? So he show up and shit. Al scored. Oh shit! This might be my last video. I'm gonna get tired, but I want to get a video in today, and so I can edit it tomorrow. But Al scolds. Oh, I'm tired. Al scolds Ed for being willing to throw his life away. He says survival is the only way, Ed. The only way. Then his arm falls off. He said, look at my fucking arm falling off. My stupid brother. He didn't say fucking, but you know what I'm saying. My freaking arm fell off. So he's scolding his brother. He yelling at him. Eddie just sitting there like, I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. He didn't know what to say. Stupid that boy. So they laugh, saying that they look like they belong in a junkyard. The rain stops, and Hughes and Mustang discuss the boys and how wild it is seeing Al with no body. Because everybody assumed Al was just a big ass boy with a suit of armor. Nobody thought he was just a suit of armor. A little boy with a suit of armor. A little boy soul in a suit of armor. Crazy shit. So Roy gives an overview on the Ishvalan conflict. They spoke on Ishvalans, who believe Ishvala was one true god. They were annexed to the east of Amestris. Around 13 years ago, a military officer killed an Ishvalan child, which led to civil war that consumed the Eastern District. 7 years of this led Bradley to send alchemists as human weapons, to exterminate Ishval. Mustang says, in a way, he may be justified. Ed believes he is using religion and vengeance as a shroud for his bloodlust. The boys keep moving, but they gotta head home first because they're all fucked up. So they gotta go see their automail engineer. Ooh, another waifu alert. Where the fuck is my Winry? Alright, other than that, your boy done for the episode, you know what I'm saying? Tune into that outro. I'm gonna keep putting music on that outro. Love you, love your peoples. If you watch all the way through, I fucks with you. If you watch the first 10 seconds, it's still a view. I fuck with you. Just leave a like, a dislike, or a comment. Well, don't dislike it. Like it. If you dislike it, comment and tell me why you dislike it, and then still like. Okay.
You see the surface. Yo, turn around. Look beyond it. And you may rediscover everything you wanted. You see the surface. Just look beyond it. And you